Okay, so sorry guys. Oh my goodness, today is not my day, let me just say. So, my printer malfunctioned. I had all kinds of trouble getting this live started. Anyway, I'm here now. Hope you are too. So, today what we're gonna do is we're gonna talk about auras. Now, auras are energy fields. So, energy fields that are made by a living being, a creature or a human. So it surrounds any living being. It's the essence of who you are. And it kind of determines how you send out certain vibes. So, like if you've ever felt like you walk into a room and maybe you meet a new person and you immediately are drawn to them. That's you picking up on their aura. If you walk into a room and feel the exact opposite, then you're picking up on their aura. So that's the energy that they're giving off, and you're tuning into it. So I'm having a little bit of a malfunction, guys. Hang on, I gotta move some things around here so my computer does not fall. There we go. Okay, back to it. So, why is an aura something that we should be talking about tonight? Well, because auras are part of the intuitive abilities that we each have. So, to just kind of give you a little idea of what I mean, um, when you know about your aura, you tend to be able to learn more about who you are inside, about your personality. Things kind of make sense on a deeper level to you. Um, Improvement, so personal improvement, that can help with that. Um, so, have you experienced them? I'm sure that you have, but you may not realize that you have. Sorry, I have no room. All right. So I'm sure you've experienced auras before. Um, Auras are everywhere. They're with every living thing, every person, everything that you interact with that is a living thing. Trees, animals, people, they all have some type of life soul energy. Now, we call that an aura, or I call that an aura. Um, so if you I'm going to read out some statements, and if you have found that you vibe with any of these statements, then you are already tuned into your aura at this point. So, okay. I have felt physically or emotionally energized by certain people. I've felt physically or emotionally drained by certain people. I've felt immediately comfortable around someone I just met. Or the opposite of that, I've felt immediately worried or scared around someone I just met. I've had intuitive thoughts or sensations about a person's emotional or physical well being in their presence without them telling me. I've sensed when someone was being dishonest with me. I've seen or sensed colors in my mind's eye. So, our mind's eye is our third eye, our ability to tune into spiritual things. So psychics have a very keen third eye. Um, anyway, So if you've seen colors in your mind's eye about either yourself or another person, you're already in tune to your aura. Anybody can learn to experience auras. Um, Most people can learn how to see them. Some can't. Some just aren't going to see it. And that's okay too. And then there are few extremely lucky people that are born with that ability, which it's pretty rare actually. So what is important to know about auras is you should always be protecting yours. So in order to protect yourself and your energy, you can just imagine a shield or a ball around you of white light surrounding your aura, and that's your bubble. I call it bubbling. Many people call it uh, shield or shielding or boundary, but I call it bubbling because I think that's adorable. Anyway, um, so you can amplify your bubble by calling upon a higher power, a deity, God, goddess, angels, spirits, your spirit guides. I call on the universe for me. That seems to work the best for me, but everybody is different, so you might find that something else works better for you. All right. So most people experience a natural ability to feel energy rather than see it, and we call them empaths. Now, I'm an empath, and we tend to be extremely sensitive humans, but it's just kind of who we are. It's how we feel. Understanding auras for yourself and other can benefit you in a ton of ways. Like, it's super beneficial. I'm just gonna give you a few bullet points of why it's so beneficial. You become more intuitive. You feel less drained around energy vampires. So energy vampires are people that just kind of suck the life out of you. They aren't actually vampires, but that's what we call them, is energy vampires. 3, you get better at detecting dishonesty of people. 4, you become more in tune with your needs and with the needs of others. 5, you learn ways to protect yourself and your energy. 6, you may gain better insight and understanding of your personality and purpose in life. 7, you begin to understand and can help heal health issues. Now, I know that sounds kind of crazy, right? But when your mind is healthy, your body tends to be a little bit healthier. Now, that doesn't mean you're going to cure cancer, unfortunately. I wish we could. We can't. But having a healthy mind and a healthy mind's eye and aura and a healthy outlook and perspective on life can make a world of difference. Number 8 is it makes you more empathic. So you tune into other people's feelings, their thoughts. You kind of take on emotions that really aren't all your own, and that can be really difficult when you first start out. So if you do start to experience that, I would highly suggest that you bubble more often and you seek guidance of somebody that kind of knows what they're doing. Like, I know what I'm doing. You could get a hold of me and I could tell you how to kind of set some boundaries so you don't run into that problem as much. All right. The natus. What in the world is that, right? Okay, so energy pathways in your body, and they help connect the subtle energy system and keep your prana healthy, or your life force healthy and moving. The subtle energy system has several nadis, but There are three primary ones. One, Ida, runs mostly along the left side of the body, like on the left of your spine. And it's usually associated with female energy or feminine energy. And I'm probably saying all these words wrong. I just call them what I call them. That's how they come out. Anyway, the second one is the Pingala, and that runs mostly along the right side of your spine, and it's associated with more male or masculine energy. The Sushumna runs along the center of your spine and passes through each one of your chakras. Now, we'll get more into those later because I want to do an entire seminar on those, because there's just so much to that bullet point there. So the subtle energy body diagram, I'm going to share that with you, but I could not pull it to my computer to print, or to my that way it's not it isn't something that you can't get a hold of. So everything you experience in your physical body shows up in your aura. It's all there. But why? Why do we have auras? What is the point of them? Well, auras protect our subtle energy body. Auras assist with psychic communication. Auras provide assets and access to your past life information. So like if you've lived, this is past life regression right here. So I mean, some people believe it, some people don't. Either way, whatever you believe is fine. I'm not going to push my beliefs on you, and I'm not gonna tell anybody they're wrong for what they believe. But past life information can come to us in dreams. Maybe you had a dream about a different you that's in, the 1980s, or, well, some of you might have, been in the 1980s. Anyway, so like the 1800s, for example. And, that's kind of a way that we can get past life information. And that tends to come out a lot more when we're dreaming, or deja vu sometimes will happen, and that's kind of connected with that aura and that past life information. It's actually really cool. Eventually I will open up to doing past life regs for the menagerie as well. But it'll be a while before I step into that field. That's a heavy field to get into. Anyway, so auras also contain information about your life purpose. So things that you may feel driven to do in your life and you just don't know why could be connected to your aura. So I'm a natural teacher, as I've been told. So I tend to do things like this, where I just want to give everybody all the correct information, or the information that I have, and, tell them everything I know, because sharing that information makes me happy, because I'm a teacher at heart. But yeah, that's my life purpose, is to kind of help people and share things, and yeah. So that's in my aura. Auras also support and mirror your physical body. So generally when you see an aura, you'll see it in the form of a person. in the same form of that person. Sorry. Um, but not always. Sometimes it's bigger, sometimes it's smaller, more close to the body. It just depends on how healthy you are and how healthy it is, frankly. Okay, 3 ways to experience auras. The first, you can feel it with your hands. The second is intuiting it or intuiting it or intuiting, excuse me, my goodness, with your third eye. And then the third is seeing it physically with your actual eyes. I do have some pages that will kind of give you some really neat tips for seeing them, how you can develop that ability. If you're interested in that, I'm going to put it up. I wish I could have printed it because I wanted to show it in the lives, but it's okay. We'll do better next time. And then I think there's 10. Yeah, 10 aura colors. Sorry, I had to think about it. And those I saved onto my desktop because I knew how important they were going to be for this. I don't know. I don't know how to share my screen. So give me just a minute here. I'm new. Okay, so no, that's a nope. I'm not real sure how it works on here. I know how to do it on my phone. I know that's not really that helpful. Sorry about it, but oh, you know what? I'll comment on this as we go. That'll work. I'm getting there, I'm getting there. Okay. Mm-hmm. So the first one that we are going to, oops. The first one we're going to talk about is going to be the red aura because it comes first. Okay. I'm just having so much trouble with this. I am so sorry, everybody. This is a pain. Oh, there we go. Okay, so red. Nope, it's not. It's not gonna let me post it. My goodness. Well, we've tried here, haven't we? Oh, wait, here we go. Graphics. I got there. Anyway, so yeah, auras are pretty neat. They're pretty easy to train yourself to see. Uh, Once you kind of work on it a bit, it seems to get a lot easier. For example, I started working on auras very early on, but it only took me probably a week to learn them all, learn what they do, and kind of understand everything I needed to know about them. So, I mean, I could see them for always, but I didn't know what they really were until I started really diving in to that. So it takes a little while for you to uh, remember them all. Remembering them is the hard part. Okay, so I'm putting the aura posts up on my page right now. And I took these pages. I used my book of auras. So it's called the Zend Out Guide to something auras. I can't really remember, but it's a really good book. I will put the I'll credit the author and title it accordingly. All right. There you go. It is going up now. So if you want to go through it while I do, that's fine. Sorry for wasting all of that time. That was ridiculous. And I would not blame you if you were like, no, I'm kind of done with this now. I don't blame you at all. All right, so the red aura. People with red as their primary aura color are very in tune with the physical world. Reds savor physical experiences like exercise, physical touch, eating, and being in nature. Touch is vital for people with primary red auras. They can be quick to anger and are often labeled as having intense personalities. The ability to process anger so efficiently, gives them an impressive outlet for experiencing their emotions as long as they find healthy ways to release their anger. Those with red as their primary aura color feel a strong pull to be in nature and be revitalized by it. So the way that the book is set up, it gives the superpower, the learning opportunity, crystal to amplify, crystal to balance, careers, and the balancing aura color. And so the superpower for red is your ability to fully appreciate the physical world. The learning opportunity is finding healthy ways to release your anger. The crystal to amplify would be snowflake obsidian. The crystal to balance would be green jasper. Careers include physical trainer, professional athlete, massage therapist, or the food industry. And the balancing aura color is green. And there is a photo in my post with all the aura colors, and it kind of just shows all those things that we just really talked about, and it gives you a better idea of what things you're looking for, what things can help. All right. The second one is orange. And people with the orange as their primary color have a healthy vitality and love a good adventure. They feel a deep need for for play to release tension. Many consider themselves successful and enjoy opportunities to strategize. Oranges are the people who will hop on a plane at a moment's notice for a quick, immediate adventure. Like reds, orange feel quite in tune with their bodies and love to use it. As a form of expression, people with orange as their primary aura color can get caught up in physical beauty and may have a difficult time connecting to their spiritual side. The superpower is your ability to express yourself as a physical being. The learning opportunity is discovering techniques to connect with spirit. Crystal to amplify is carnelian. Crystal to balance is amethyst. Careers would include freelancer, travel guide, paramedic, high-stakes professionals, and police officers. Balancing aura color is violet. Now yellow. People with yellow as their primary aura color are very determined and often consider themselves to be intellectual. Yellows are generally happy, open-minded people who love learning. People with yellow as their primary aura color are at their happiest when they're curled up with a book reading or learning something new. They can get consumed by their work because they love to see results. This is wonderful for getting things done, but can also turn into overworking if they're not careful. People with yellow as their primary aura color have a difficult time seeing things from other people's perspectives. Their superpower is their positive outlook and thirst for learning. The learning opportunity is finding a balance between work and play. The crystal to amplify is tiger's eye. The crystal to balance is rainbow fluorite. Careers would include writer, scientist, theorist, historian, law, or mathematics, and the balancing aura color is indigo. Okay. Green. People with green as their primary aura color are great listeners and often work in fields that involve healing. Greens are very open to giving and receiving love and are often viewed as refreshing kinds of people. They attract abundance with ease and rarely feel a sense of lack because they trust that everything they need will come to them. Because those with green auras live life from their hearts, they make really great healers. People with green as their primary aura color will need to be mindful of how they use their energy to ensure that they have enough to care for themselves left over. Superpower is your desire to grow and help others. Learning opportunity, learning how to shield and protect your energy. Crystal to amplify, rose quartz. Crystal to balance, smoky quartz. Careers, energy worker, social worker, veterinarian, nurse, or doctor. Balancing aura color is magenta. Blue. People with the blue as their primary aura color are naturally intuitive and feel a deep need to share their beliefs with others. Blues are usually calm and peaceful people, though they can become very intense when it comes to social injustice. They are natural communicators and often find themselves in the role of teaching or leading. People with blue as their primary aura color feel called to guide humanity toward a higher purpose. Those with blue auras need to be mindful that they use their gift of communication for good. Blues are a passionate people and are most passionate about their work and should build in occasional adventures in order to find balance. Superpower, your desire to guide humanity to a higher calling. Learning opportunity, allowing yourself time to have adventures. Crystal to amplify, lapis lazuli. Crystal to balance, carnelian. Careers, writer, speaker, teacher, activist, or coach. Balancing aura color is orange. Blue. People with blue as their primary, no, we already did blue. Violet. People with violet as their primary aura color have, did we do blue? I guess I can't really remember. Shoot. Yeah, we did do blue. Okay. Violet. People with violet as their primary aura color have a deep connection to the spirit realm and may feel out of place in the physical world. Violets are innately psychic and intuitive. Because people with violet auras are so in tune with the spirit world, they have a keen awareness of their ego and rarely succumb to pressure of it. They have few attachments, especially to physical objects. People with violet auras sense and feel energy of others, so they often identify as empaths. The challenge for people with violet auras is to learn techniques to protect themselves energetically because they are so sensitive. Superpower, strong connection to spirit. Learning opportunities, setting personal boundaries to protect your energy. Crystal to amplify, celestite. Crystal to balance, red jasper. Careers. Intuitive, psychic, artist, writer, poet, therapist. And their balancing aura color is red. Now, as you may or may not already know, I don't know if I already mentioned it or not. I know it was in my notes. Tonight's been really off. Anyway, so there are such things as mixed aura colors. And so these are just the main 10 of them. Now you can have a mixture of all kinds of different ones, and there are some specialty colors, which I will get more into that on my blog. It's not something that really needs to be discussed as much as it can be read about. All right. Magenta. Oops. Magenta. Magentas are eccentric and artistic people. They contain a beautiful balance of grounding red, creative orange, and intuitive violet, which can make them beautifully complicated human beings. Magentas are passionate people who can quickly become obsessed with new projects or ideas. Many people view magentas as offbeat and strange in their lifestyle. Magentas are often really charismatic people who find themselves in the entertainment field or creative fields. Easily bored, magentas often need to find healthy outlets for their overactive imaginations. Superpower, the ability to share beauty and creativity with the masses. Learning opportunity, believing and trusting yourself. Crystal to amplify, opal. Crystal to balance, tiger's eye. Careers, artist, singer, dancer, entertainer. Balancing aura color, yellow. Turquoise. We are almost done, I promise. People with turquoise as a primary aura color are often called old souls. Similar to indigos, turquoises feel a strong calling to progress the human race, but in a different way than indigos. Turquoises feel called to bring back essential teachings and healing techniques from ancestors that have been lost over the years. Many of them find themselves in leadership and education roles. Turquoise, I have trouble saying that word. Turquoises are effective multitaskers who are focused and frequently very accomplished. Superpower, deep connection to teachings and healing techniques from our ancient ancestry. Learning opportunity, integrating new and old ways. Crystal to amplify, turquoise. Crystal to balance, moonstone. Teacher, freelancer, coach, healer, writer are the career paths. Balancing aura color is orange. Indigo. Indigo is a relatively new color to be seen as a primary aura color. People with indigo auras feel a strong calling to progress the human race. Most indigos are younger, which is why older generations may find them a little confusing. They see technology as a vital tool for progressing the human race and rely on it heavily. Many, but not all, indigos are quite sensitive physically and emotionally. It's common for them to go against the grain of society and have no fear of challenging the status quo. Indigos are an integral part of ushering humanity into a new era, but need to be aware of the viewpoints of others. Superpower, using technology as a tool to connect and progress the human race. Learning opportunity, softening and seeing things from other perspectives. Crystal to amplify, amethyst. Crystal to balance, malachite. Careers, social media worker, communication, technology, or politics. And the balancing aura color for that one is green. All right, crystal aura colors. These are really cool to see. Crystal auras are extremely rare. I've only ever seen pictures. I've never seen it in real life, by the way. They can be clear. They're often referred to as chameleons because they soak up the energy and mood of whoever they're around. They will likely find the world very overwhelming and should practice aura cleansing and protection techniques often. Because those with crystal auras are such extreme empaths, they make wonderful healers, but only in small doses. Independent work that does not involve being around other people will suit them best. If you have this aura and feel called to healing, I suggest only working with one person at a time. Crystals will find comfort in grounding work and spending time in nature. Their superpower is the deep ability to understand and heal others. Learning opportunity, proper self-care, and energy protection. Crystal to amplify is clear quartz. Crystal to balance is black tourmaline. Oops, I keep clicking out of this. The balancing aura color is red, by the way. I couldn't get back in there, but it is what it is. Okay. I also, in those files, uploaded the Are You an Empath checklist from my book. It was just good information to have. And then there is a little image on empaths, and it just kind of tells you kind of like what's important about them, or like what they're sensitive to, what they might experience, things like that, because it is important to understand that. All right. So we're gonna go ahead and be done now. I'm so sorry for taking forever. It was just not my night tonight, I guess. But that's all right. Next time we'll do a little bit better a job. Maybe I won't do a live. Maybe I'll do a a video. Otherwise, I'm going to post my blog so that you can head there and check out tons of information on 1,000 other things. I'm trying to upload everything, and there's a lot. There's a lot there. So, Google Drive is my best friend right now. All right. Thanks for hanging with me tonight. Thanks for stopping in at the Magical Menagerie of Miss Lynn's the Mystic.